Hello, hello, hello. I thought I would hang out and try and teach you guys a little bit of Dosa. I've picked up this class not that long ago, like maybe like less than 4 hours or something. I had Perv teach me a combo and just kind of like show me some PVE loops and whatnot, and it's actually pretty simple. This class kind of plays itself. I think it really helps that this kind of color coded, so it's kind of like stupid proof a little bit. I don't know, I was able to pick this up a lot quicker than I initially would pick up. Like it takes me a while to usually pick up a class because I'm just so in my ways with, you know, everything. But yeah, so let's just kind of jump to it. I'm going to show you guys the add-ons that I'm running. These are Dungeoneers add-ons. I believe I got it from his video. If you want to link it in the description or somewhere, I'll put it there and you guys can go check out his video. He goes a bit more in depth with the character and talks like a lot more about it than I will, because I don't fully understand this character, if I'm being honest. I just know the basic loop and the like mechanics behind the sigils, and I think that's the important thing, is understanding the sigils, because if you know how the sigils function, then this character will genuinely play itself. Also, as a side note, I'm only level 60, so like if you guys, you know, are up there in, you know, the area and whatnot, it's like you'll understand this character is just it's crazy how like I don't know, I feel like the damage on this character is kind of nuts. So I want to talk for a minute about the elements here. So pretty much each element and how you function with an ability, you will have a following ability that kind of comes afterwards, right? So like, let's say for example, you use Fire Blaze, all right? Or if you use Fire Burst, or if you use Fire Spread, each of these will follow an ability. So let's say for example, I use Fire Spread. So back RT, you'll see a sigil pop up, and then you'll have a little baby sigil under it that is like kind of a different color. That is a wood sigil. So then you want to use a wood ability, so you can use just the B button and you'll have, you know, the next sigil, which is going to be a water one. So we do LTX for a water sigil, and then that'll bring up a metal sigil, which then you can use a metal skill, and then you'll follow with an earth one, in which you'll see the brown skill. So then you just use a earth skill. And basically, this is the whole idea of the combo. You don't really want to differ from the sigils. You really want to stick to them and make sure that you're able to loop the combo accordingly with the sigils. And that's what we're going to talk about. So I don't know the skills off the top of my head, since I just picked up this class not even a few hours ago. So I'm just going to kind of go through the inputs that I'm, you know, going through at the moment. So I'm going to pull them up real quick, and I'll go ahead and put them on screen for you guys. So that way you guys, if you're not, you know, because I'm Xbox, you might be PlayStation, you might be PC. So just keep that in mind, that I'm just going to go with the ability name, so that way you guys can kind of map it to whatever you feel like. But I'm going to talk about like the inputs here as well, so you'll have the best of both worlds at this point. So we're going to open with forward RT. This is going to be your wing kick. This is your kind of opening add-on. You don't necessarily need to use this if you don't have this add-on. I highly recommend that you have the add-on, because I feel like it flows really well and it goes into the next few skills like pretty easily. So you're going to do wing kick, and then after wing kick, you're going to go immediately into LT RB. So forward RT, LT RB, LT LB, and then from here you're going to do back RT, and then from here you're going to just hold the B button, and then from this point you're going to do LTX, and then from here back RB, and then back LB, and then from back LB you're going to do LT RT, then X, and then after X you're going to do LTB, and then you're going to do down X or back X, whichever one you want to call it. And then from there, you're going to restart the entire combo from scratch. You're just going to loop that entire sequence. Really, really easy, really simple. And it's honestly, you're not even going to need that whole thing. That's like a hyper extension. So you should really only need to use this full restarted loopable combo if you're fighting really tanky mobs. Let's say, for example, like Quint Hill, Dokkaebi, maybe if you're over at Ash Forest, or if you're at Crypt, Olins, I don't know, something that requires long combos. that's when you're going to use this. But over here at Hong Lim, you're not going to need that. You're genuinely not going to need that. Pretty much at my AP, which we're running 324 at the moment, this is my crystal build. I'll show you guys, which this is what I always run at Hong Lim. If you saw my Zerker video, it's the same build. But pretty much I 3-skill these mobs. Like pretty much it's forward RT, LT RB, LT LB. That's it. That's literally like it's that simple. I'll go ahead and buff up real quick and just use like a simple perfume and a giant sprout, just so I can show you guys like what it looks like, and I'll show you how fast he kills the mobs. And like I said, only level 60. Not that that really matters, but like just the idea that like I'm only level 60 is just kind of crazy, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe there would have been accuracy issues, but I guess probably not. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. Look at how insane that is. That's crazy how much damage that is. And we just follow up with the next skills here, and then just keep following the sigils. Honestly, it's really not that difficult. You just kind of follow the sigils, and like it's like Gyphins, honestly. Like you just kind of know what skills are next, and it's really cool. So it's not complicated at all, if I'm being real. Like it's super easy, and you just kind of got to know like what your abilities are and what's mapped to what. So it's going to come down to you guys like learning the muscle memory and getting the idea down for your skills. So once you figure out like your muscle memory and what ability does what, you'll kind of feel a lot more comfortable with this, and you'll be able to weave in and out of these like combos like butter. Like it's going to be super easy for you guys, honestly. And you don't really need to use pre-awaken at all. Like you literally don't need to use it, like period. It's completely like full awakening. You have no need to go into pre other than like movement. If you really want to, like maybe you want to use like your like little cloud, whatever this is, and maybe some other Rabam skills potentially, but other than that, like you really don't need it at all. So like I wouldn't even worry about it all that much. But yeah, that is kind of it. There's not a lot to this character. It's really just that it's really just that simple. Just follow your sigils, and you're pretty much going to be golden the entire time. So don't think about it too much. Just follow the sigils, learn your abilities and what skills flow into what, and that's it. Keep in mind, each of the sigils are going to empower your skills, so that's why it's important to follow the like sigil pattern. You don't want to just kind of spam stuff. Typically, this would be a problem for me because I'm so used to freestyling on like Zerker and Warrior. Like I can do like 5-6 different combos at a time and just kind of freestyle it. With this one, you don't really have a lot of room for that because there's specific patterns that you want to follow, and there's 2 different abilities to like everything, right? So you have like Fire Blaze, then you have the flow, and then you have Fire Spread. So you can use 2 of these as openers, and then you can flow with Fire Burst, right? So you can either do Fire Spread or Fire Blaze and then flow into Fire Burst. So you don't want to use all 3 at once. So what I was doing when I was first starting this character is I was doing like Fire Blaze into Fire Spread and then Fire Burst. That's not what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're following the sigils. So you don't want to go through every flow on everything. So you want to typically use one of these skills and then you flow into the next sigil that's, you know, popping up. So for example, we open up with Fire Blaze, right? Let's just say we do this. And like even this, like I don't even think this gives us a sigil. But what the fuck, this doesn't even give us a sigil. So I wouldn't even do that. But like, let's say you start with this and then you use Fire Spread and then you have whatever this is. And then let's say you want to use like LTB, you get this sigil here, which will get you your water, which is fine. This is not terrible. If you want to use this is okay. But like it just kind of, you want to make sure it flows, right? You want to make sure you're hitting all the sigils, and you want to make sure it's following your add-on pattern too. So that way it's kind of functioning appropriately. So that's kind of like the key here is like there's not a lot of room for freestyling. You can kind of get away with it, but you're not gonna like freestyle your ass off like Warrior or Zerker. So if you're used to that class that has a lot of flexibility and combos, this may or may not be the thing that you want to do. But then again, I'm super new to this class, so maybe there is a lot of freestyling to this and I'm just unfamiliar. Maybe you could weave in a lot of pre-awakening and you can make it look a lot more flashy. My next goal is to actually learn Succession and see if I can, you know, function with it. It seems pretty fun. It's got a high APM from what somebody has told me. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm gonna mess around with it at some point and check it out. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or additions, feel free to add them down below. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.